I counted the pages. कि हाँ इसमें इतने pages, इसमें इतने pages. This is gonna be so tough and so tough. Then you started teaching. आपने जो live lectures लिए, I'm so thankful for that. That gave me confidence. I'm really so grateful that I came across iExam. I came across you because especially the live lectures we had on regulations, they were so good, and the mock interview session with you, that was tremendous. Also, the introductory lecture about securities market with Prachi ma'am, she talked few things, and I had direct questions about those things in the interview, so that was really great.
Hello everybody, today we have Mrinal with us. He has recently cleared SEBI legal exam. Now Mrinal is SEBI legal officer. Congratulations Mrinal from the entire iExam team.
Thank you ma'am, thank you so much, and thank you for the entire.
Thank you so much. So Mrinal, how are you feeling?
As I said, this is so surreal, and I mean, the result came out and no one is at home right now. Our parents are away at some function, so you are the first person I'm actually celebrating this success with.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. And first of all, thank you for sharing the news with us. Mrinal, will you tell the other aspirants a little bit about your profile?
Definitely, ma'am. So my complete name is Mrinal Datiwal. I'm 27. I've done my undergrad and my postgrad from Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law. I have specialized in criminal law and constitutional law, and I had certain interest in corporate law, so I went for SEBI. And in June last year, I've also qualified UGC's NET and JRF. After that, I started preparing for SEBI, and result came out this morning, and I went in.
That's great. So Mrinal, how did you choose SEBI legal? Were you targeting other exams as well?
Ma'am, honestly, SEBI Grade A Legal was the only exam I prepared for. From last year and a half, I had this perception that if I want to be success, I had to go in SEBI. This might be a little wrong, little eccentric, but I had this in my mind. So I prepared for this, appeared for this exam, not IBPS or any other exam, only this. And of course, but I had my post graduation, so I cleared my NET and JRF, but SEBI was my main focus, and I was so concerned or so focused on it because 2 years back I started investing in stocks and equities. So I came to know about SEBI, then I came to know about this post, started preparing, and result is here.
And how did you prepare for this exam?
I was exclusively with iExam. Honestly, I had no other platform. I took no other subscription of any other coaching platforms. I was iExam because I came to know about iExam through social websites, and the mocks the iExam offered, the test series, the guidance by Prachi ma'am was great. So I joined, and yeah, that's how.
Okay, thank you so much for bringing that up. Mrinal, so there are 3 phases in the exam. There is phase 1, which is qualifying, then phase 2, and then interview. So how did you manage your preparation for phase 1 and phase 2?
Okay, so my post-graduation completed in May this year, and around, I guess, June, at the end of June, the notification came out. I started preparing for phase 1 at that moment in the June. The tough part, I'm not gonna lie, is QRE and GA. For me, it was for me at least, because as a law student, we don't do that every day. It has been a while since I faced the question of reasoning or quant or general awareness. We know the general awareness, what's happening in the legal world, but not the everything, every aspect of the world. And the second part of the phase 1, that is the legal thing, I mainly focused on the Bear Act and the black letter law because that's sufficient. And I had so much help from the mocks, the MCQ booklets, iExam we had. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, in phase 1, part 2, I never watched any lectures of any platform. When iExam, I prepared it with by myself because we had all the subjects in undergrad. So yeah, that part was easy. QRE and GA, I'm so thankful that I came across iExam B. The tricks and the lectures and all the videos and all the MCQs, test series, they helped me so much. And I was able to qualify pre because of iExam B. That QRE and GA section teaching was tremendous.
Okay, that's great, Mrinal. And then coming to phase two. In phase two, this time the syllabus changed entirely. Regulations was introduced, descriptive part was added. So a lot of students were overwhelmed and actually shocked with the change. So how did you cope up with that and how did you prepare?
So when the notification came out in mains, there were only corporate laws and criminal laws, and of course we were a little overwhelmed and shocked when we saw कि descriptive भी आने वाला है, and now there are 7 regulations in addition to the existing security laws. So it was initially very overwhelming, and I went to internet. I downloaded all the PDFs from the SEBI's website about the regulation. I counted the pages कि हाँ इसमें इतने pages, इसमें इतने pages. This is gonna be so tough and so tough. Then you started teaching. आपने जो live lectures लिए, I'm so thankful for that. That gave me confidence. And उसके बाद, of course, in MCQs there's always answer is in front of you and you have to pick the right one. And descriptive is a little hard. So the questions uploaded by the IExam on the website, and the notes I had from my undergrad, they all helped. And after means the pre का result आया था 11th August, I guess. उसके बाद for 6-7 straight days, I completed mains ka syllabus because I was so scared, so fearful. So I did in 7 days, complete thing, read all thing at least once. Uske baad I started revision and all. So that's how it worked out for me.
And what about your mains descriptive part? So were you able to manage within the time that was given?
Ma'am, honestly, all the questions they had in the actual exam in the mains, they were total, I guess, 5 questions we had to attempt 3. And I knew answer to all of those. I knew what I'm gonna write in each and every answer. So I picked 3, completed 5 minutes before time because I had exact points in my mind what I'm gonna do. So it was not, honestly, a descriptive part was not that hard. We were scared, but it was not that hard.
Okay. And what about your interview? How was your actual interview and how was your mock one?
Okay, that interview was the first ever interview of my life. I went to SEBI, वहाँ पे पैनल में there are 4 members, and वो लोग काफी एक्सपीरियंस दुनिया देखी होती है उन्होंने, तो वो आपसे कुछ भी कहीं से भी पूछ लेते हैं. And I'm just a fresher. ना मैंने कभी कोई इंटरव्यू दिए, and I never appeared for any interview. I got so I was scared, but we had a mock interview with you, and it was well eye opener for me. I always knew that I know things. I know about how security market work, how security laws work, and my basics were never weak. But the questions I faced in mock interview was, well, as I said, eye opener because questions on the similar lines I had in my actual interview. It was mainly based on my profile. Of course, my internship experiences questions came out there, and all the basic things. They never went into the depth. They wanted to know whether the surface I have got about the knowledge is it intact or the good enough or not. Because there are law students, when we ask them, can you please define tort? Most of them won't be able to. They don't know what tort is, it's a civil law, wrong and everything, but they want to put it in the exact definitions. So these are the type of questions they were asked in the interview. And well, there were so many questions. It went on for, I guess, 20 minutes, my interview. I knew most of the answers, but there were questions I had no idea about. So and I never tried to beat around the bush. I just said them, okay, I don't know. And they were like, okay. So it was interesting, scared. I was scared and all the emotions, but I went through it.
That's great. So Mrinal, how much time did you take for your preparation? Because students feel that we need to prepare early or we can prepare after the notification. So how long have you been preparing for SEBI?
I came to know about CB Grade A Legal Officer in September 2021. But that time I was in my undergrad, and because of second wave of Corona, colleges were off and all. So I went to my college in February 2022. At that time, I started reading about security laws. So by the end of my final year, I had an idea what security laws are and what part of security laws I'm gonna have to face in if I appear for SEBI's grade A legal exam. My security laws were always strong, but then again, I never appeared for that year exam in 2022. It was in February, I guess. I never appeared for that. This was my first attempt last year. So security laws, I had a foundation from there. After that, I went for my master's. Never touched security law, corporate law, or any QRE and GA because LLM is already tough enough in national law universities. The dissertation work and 20% all. So in June this year, I started again with everything from the scratch. I did QREGA from the scratch, all the laws in the pre from the scratch. Security laws, I had idea. Corporate laws, I had idea. Criminal laws, I'm gonna say CRPC was well. I uh, it was at the time of Corona when it was taught in my college. So I was little weak in CRPC. I did IPC and evidence good enough. So that's how it went.
Okay. So Mrinal, I think you started right after near the notification from June.
Yes.
The notification came in June and you started somewhere around June. So probably a month before the notification, you started your preparation. But you had that strong fundamentals, especially
Yes.
on the legal front, which helped you cover up the syllabus also.
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Okay. So during your preparation or whenever you came to know about SEBI and when you were preparing, were there some things that you realized should be avoided? Anything that you feel the aspirants might be doing too much, which should be avoided?
I guess reading all the reference books in the law part, especially because if you see previous year papers, you will find out that they ask you direct questions from the Bear Acts. You just need to remember what's written in the Bear Act, what words are used. So the reference books, I never used them. And other than this, I guess all the things except reading reference book I did right. And yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned multiple times about IExam course. What was the things that you liked the most in the course, were most useful to you?
Ma'am, mock test series, no doubt, for pre, for mains, and the mock interview. Superb, great. Everyone should have at least. I'm not saying कि आप IExam BC लो, but you all should have that, guidance from any platform because mocks will always help you. Other than this, in the pre part, the paper one about the quant, reasoning, English, and aptitude. So the video lectures of that in IExam B really helped me. Maybe because I was always so weak in that, and that was the best part. And also the constant support I got whenever I had some issue with logging in or anything. IExam B resolved it so fast. Whenever I had a doubt, you solved it at the instance, and the support team is great. So I guess that's what I like the most about IExam B.
Okay. And I also want your feedback on the MCQ booklets, the descriptive questions, and the summary sheet booklets. So, did you refer to these three that are present in the course?
Summary sheets, I have got printout of all of them. I downloaded it, took the printout. They are in the files right here, right now with me. Because at the time of revision, you need only that, and that's sufficiently enough. About the MCQ booklets, I don't know why. Maybe I haven't gone through the site deeply enough, but I found the MCQ booklets after I had my pre. So when I was preparing for mains, I came across the MCQ booklets, and that also really helped because 70 questions are from MCQs, and when you see so many 150 questions from company law, 200 questions from security law, it covers all and everything. So yeah, that really helps.
And about the descriptive questions, did you refer to them? Did you practice from?
I practiced descriptive part in the last 15 days before mains. बिकॉज़ आई हैड आइडिया कि हाँ, मैं लिख लूँगा यार, ठीक है 5 साल कॉलेज में लिखे ही हैं पेपर्स, तो इतना मुश्किल नहीं होगा ये। तो बट आई डोंट सजेस्ट डूइंग दिस बिकॉज़ लास्ट टाइम मुझे भी कुछ दिक्कत आई चीज़ों में वहाँ पर। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि नहीं आई, क्योंकि एमसीक्यू आपकी जो बुकलेट्स थी डिस्क्रिप्टिव क्वेश्चन्स की, देयर वर फ्यू क्वेश्चन्स व्हिच वर सो I had never wrote about those specific points. So those questions were good, and yeah, that's how the descriptive booklets also helped.
Okay. So, Mrinal, that is really very insightful about your journey, about your preparation. Anything else you want to add, you want to guide the aspirants, you feel you can share?
Okay, so there are two things actually, and this may sound a little negative, but it's not. Trust me. You have to be, scared, and you have to be get fearful, because I personally believe that fear is the great driving factor. I remember mains के बाद uh, जब प्रिपरेशन चल रही थी एविडेंस एक्ट, आई नेवर रेड इट कंप्लीटली एंड प्रॉपर्ली, आई नेवर रिमेंबर्ड थिंग्स. तो एट वन नाइट 1 a.m. I realized, am I doing enough, am I doing quality wise good enough, quantity wise good enough? And the answer came to me, no. So I woke up at 1 a.m. out of fear, went to YouTube, typed evidence act one short lecture, downloaded a 2 hours lecture, watched it completely, made notes, then I went to sleep. I did it out of fear. And in descriptive part, evidence act ka questions, if you remember, ma'am, what are the 5 type of evidences?
Yes.
I was able to do that question because of that night. So I guess when you are scared about things, are more focused or more dedicated towards it. Also, second thing, this is also psychological stuff, but always have a support system with you, your parents, your friends, girlfriend, boyfriend, anything or anyone, but just have it. And I'm not saying talk to them every day or all the time, but there must be some people around you when you're stressed or depressed, so you can call them, talk to them, and they make you feel better about yourself. And if they just say that what you're doing is good enough, and you will start feeling better.
That's really very insightful, Mrinal, because each one of us needs a social support. We are going through the preparation phase. There is a little bit of desperation there, fear there of the career, and if someone is there to support us, we do feel confident to prepare again. So that's really great advice, Mrinal. So that will be all, Mrinal, and thank you so much for sharing your journey with us, with our platform also. And thank you so much for the gratitude you show towards IExam. Wish you all the best. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I'm really so grateful that I came across iExam. I came across you because especially the live lectures we had on regulations, they were so good. And the mock interview session with you, that was tremendous. Also, the introductory lecture about securities market with Prachi ma'am, she talked few things, and I had direct questions about those things in the interview. So that was really great.
Great. Thank you so much, Mrinal, for sharing that. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.